Hey, this is Russ Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing monsters and other childish things here tonight. This is the scenario is called Inscryption: The Old Data. What does that mean? You'll find out soon enough. If you played, this is a fan headcanon, a fanon of what I think the video game Inscryption is about. Yeah, Inscryption is a very fun video game. You should definitely check it out if you like roguelike game, card building games, puzzle games, mystery games, and weird games. Yeah, also it has an endless mode that I may have been playing quite a few hours of. But anyways, we have... Just a few. So we have 4 players with us here tonight who are playing 4 friends who live in the same suburban neighborhood in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada, the far and distant north. To America. Yes. So I will introduce you. First off, we have Baz. Who are you playing, Baz?
Hello. I'm playing as Richie Burger.
Okay.
Yep.
And well, tell us a little bit about Richie. What kind of kid is he?
He is a computer whiz. He's very, very smart. Very brave, sticks up for his friends, but he's not good at sticking up for his friends. Like, he gets beat up pretty easily.
Okay.
But he never turns down. Like, he'll never turn away from a fight if it's to protect his buddies.
Aw, very nice.
Yeah.
And let's see here. And tell us about your deck. So in this game, you all have been playing the hottest new game on phones, Inscryption Ultimate Edition. And you all have a custom deck of cards. And the cards talk to you through your phone. And it's really cool. And no game is like this.
Yeah. So Richie has a deck called the free-to-play generic deck, Undead. But his older brother, Timothy, in one of his gaming magazines, got a promotional download code that he gave to Richie. That gave him a super, super elite, extra rare, epic card called Madame Lacrimae, Undead Priestess of Darkness.
Nice.
Yeah. Super powerful. But the rest of the cards in Richie's deck are absolute trash.
Okay, that's good. So let's see here. And how can people find you on the internet, Baz? Do you have anything you would like to plug before we dive in?
Yeah. I thought we were talking about Richie. Richie streams 3 days a week. Yeah, you can find me on
TikTok.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitch at Future Wolfington. I'm there. I'm there occasionally.
Okay.
Just trying to work on getting that schedule a little more regular, but
yeah.
Been busy.
Yeah, and I've been a frequent guest on your other stream, New Game Never Played, which is quite fun.
Another show.
Yeah.
Another one where I've been neglecting. But yeah, I plan to get back to those in earnest soon. Just my other job has become a little bit more hectic. So
fair enough. So next up,
the feels, dude.
Yeah. Next up, we have Aaron. Aaron, how you doing?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Tell us about your character.
My character's name is Sebastian Merrill, 9-year-old living in Vancouver and going to whatever Vancouver elementary school, I guess. So,
very cool, man.
Yeah. Main thing of him is that he is kind of an artist, specifically with building different robot models that may or may not be known as a name that we're not going to say here. So, for purposes. So,
what you're talking about, Aaron?
But he loves doing that mainly because he got a lot of artistic license and talent from his mom's side, since she runs an art shop and / studio. But he can get a little bit over enthusiastic, specifically noting the one time where he thought his dad's car needed to match one of his robot's allegiance models color, so they decided to use the airbrush to make it the same color. But you know, they got over it eventually. So.
And what kind of deck do you play in Inscryption?
The primary one that he utilized was just initially a generic rope, basically a generic bots group that had your That's like Clinking Masses box robots in there. Until he was actually taking down, buying a new model, and some guy said, hey, they have a promotional code for this particular thing called Steel Commanders. And when it put him in there, it activated a primary card for him known as the Plavisky Collective, which was a little weird because it was just looked like a sentient crystal that was actually talking to him. But after a while, helped to unlock a lot of really unique robotic allies.
Great. So very cool. And then next up we have Tom. How are you doing, Tom? Tell us about your character.
I am playing Kevin Falkenberg, 12-year-old from Scandinavian family who moved to Canada a long time ago.
Okay.
I am fairly smart and tough, but I don't. It's toughness is more I stand up to people, not that I could throw a punch and hit them.
Okay. Very good.
But I kind of like all things, all things, from my great granddad was big into the old country before he died.
You wouldn't. My grandpa was cool in the other country. He's big in Japan. Is that it?
No, more Norway.
Okay. And what kind of deck do you play?
Well, there's one that was in the game that appealed to me, which is it's from a set called Die Wolfsarmee, which is kind of its whole theme is like big giant werewolf Teutonic warriors like Vikings. So that was awesome. First of all, and also werewolves are just amazing to me. So yes, Kevin really likes them.
Mm-hmm.
But then, after playing a while, he got gifted, he doesn't know from where, for the specialty card, which is kind of like a leader for them called Der Wolfskaiser, or the Wolf Emperor.
All right.
The card, again, it talks to him, and he thinks that's freaking awesome.
All right. Yeah. No, it is very cool. All of you are in agreement for that. And then finally, we have David.
Hi, everybody.
What's up?
Please tell us about your character.
Well, Joseph is probably the youngest here at 8. I live in a foster home, and the thing that I love the most about this foster home is the internet. I get to play on my tablet a whole lot, and when I play on my tablet, I get to play Inscryption. And the worst thing that I ever did was I got that nice man into so much trouble because he was talking to me about the boners and the dancing, and then he ended up on TV because of it. But that's how I also got my deck. It's called the Necrodancer.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm smart, and I tend to be told that I've got the right kind of attitude because I'm very, very charming, but I don't stand up to people a whole lot because I'm not the strongest, I'm not the fastest, I'm really not great at all of the coordination things, but on the internet I'm great. Especially because I've got the coolest cards. I don't have just basic skeletons. I've got really great skeletons. I've got Necrodancers, and then I've got the Bone to Pick, who are the musicians that play for the second phase. I managed to get the old commander who was Bonaparte, but Carionette is this, I think he was a promo. The nice man just pointed me towards him, but he changes every single time.
All right.
So Carionette is really my favorite card.
Carionette.
You've got to see it. He's the old man said that he was basically a raw head, which is a skeleton that's made up of a whole lot of bones from other skeletons.
All right. Very good. You all four know each other. You're all good friends. And as far as you can tell, only a lot of the kids at school, Pleasant Glades, or Spring Crescent, sorry, do play Inscryption, only you have cards that talk back to you. And or at least to like this degree. There are cards that explain how the rules of the game work and that kind of thing. But only you have these kind of special cards. So because this is I did modify the rules a little bit. So instead of a monster, you have a deck of cards, although your cards are just like in a video game right now. But I have changed the combat conflict works a little differently. So each player can only activate one card / monster part per turn. If the deck or / monster is attacked, only activated parts can take damage. Each deck type has a weakness. Beasts, like toms. If you take damage, you can't activate a different part unless you sacrifice your existing card. The bones, the undead, like Richie's, that you must take damage to activate a new part. You may choose to take 2d damage on a part. No armor, no toughness allowed. Technology, you get 5d worth of parts on turn 1, 10d on turn 2, then 15 on turn 3, etc. Nobody made a magic deck, so we don't have to worry about that. Each PC can use up to 2 parts a turn. That includes defending an attack. And you can use an active part to absorb damage. Stun parts cannot absorb damage. You only win when you do 5 more damage to your opponent. So think of scales. Damage you inflict on your opponent goes positive, but damage your opponent inflicts on you negates it. So it can go from if it goes -5, you lose. If it goes +5, you win. And so it seesaws back and forth. And so as we are playing, that is sort of the house rules I'm using for this particular scenario. Otherwise it is standard monsters and other childish things. Keep in mind, if you take damage before you act on a turn, you lose a die off your set. So on and so forth. So, it's a regular day. It's actually a Saturday. It's spring. It's a nice, warm day. We'll say it's like late April. So yeah, you're able to, move around. And of course, the new Inscryption game is really cool. It's, basically mobile with lots of single player challenges and weekly events and things like that, but it's also multiplayer and has this amazing detect nearby players thing, that if you turn on, you can find other people nearby and play games. And matches don't take very long, so you can play a lot of games really quickly. So it's like Pokemon Go, but it's a card game and it's really fun. And so all the kids at school have been doing it. You can also find.
So it's just like Pokemon Go?
Well, I mean, it's got a better card game mechanic. It's actually, and the deck have just expanded. I mean, Inscryption apparently is based on some old card, actual card game, but that's long out of print. But they've added tons of new cards. As far as anybody can tell, there's thousands of cards, way bigger than any other card game. Yet it all still seems to be balanced somehow. But as we begin. I'll let Richie. You're all hanging out together. Where do you hang out together in the neighborhood?
I'd say that the neighborhood park.
Neighborhood park.
It's got a good table for us to sit at where we can play.
Okay, yeah. So you're sitting at the park at a table that's actually near enough a tree that you're getting some shade, which is nice.
I would say it's actually like one of those like park pavilions you can sit at.
Okay, yeah.
And it actually has like outlets so you can charge your phones while you're sitting at it.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's why we're there.
Fancy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's Canada for you.
Yes,
it's just part of the infrastructure.
Yes, yeah, they have infrastructure in Canada.
We love it.
What's that dream?
The legend says. The rumors. So all of you get all of you are playing, and so this message pops up on all of your phones or tablet at the same time. And the sort of the main character of Inscryption Ultimate Edition is this computer, It has a computer screen, like an old style computer screen for a head, and it just displays different faces. And sometimes it's a stoat. It's kind of weird, but usually it's just a computer screen, and it calls itself PO3. And PO3 messages all of you at the same time. Hey, you've all been chosen for a special beta test for a new season pass. Codename Scribe, but Scribe is spelled with a Y instead of an I. I don't know if you know that.
Edgy.
Yes, it's very edgy. So click now to accept.
Fuck, I probably click it before the message gets fully on the screen. It's like, fuck yes.
All right.
Okay, can I make an outthink roll here? It's like, yeah, this is great. Wait a minute. What was that thing that Mr. Rigby said? And if you get another virus on this fucking tablet, I swear to God.
Okay.
It's probably okay.
Yeah. So are you making the outthink roll, or are you going? Are you?
I am going to make that roll real quick,
all right.
Just because.
Mm-hmm. Now be sure to add an S at the end to sort it.
7 Ds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
yep.
Did I do it wrong?
Let's see here.
The
10.
Yeah, they've wrapped the extra dice.
I need to tell it what kind of dice we're rolling.
Yeah.
7 of every dice.
7.
All of them.
That ever existed.
The infinity die. Let's see here. 2 5s.
Pair of 5s.
Yep. All right, what are you trying to figure out?
Is this legit or is this a scam? Like, does this look like the scams that we've seen in the past that have just, been the ones that have filled this tablet with viruses? Because, I mean, it is an older tablet. The Orphanarium doesn't exactly have a lot of them. They say that, paper doesn't grow on trees or something like that.
You were told not to speak of the Roblox incident.
I mean, we don't talk about the Roblox incident, but can we talk about what happened to the boy who did it? Bruno?
Okay, so what you look at, and you look for that, legitimate agreements always have a little thing like, they told you it was called a contract, and it's just a lot of words that even the adults don't read, but, there's always like a really long, user agreement or something like that, on there. And so you look for that and you don't see that. But there is a little box where you can message back and ask PO3, or talk back to PO3.
I definitely want to talk back to PO3.
Okay.
Hey, PO3, typity, type.
Mm-hmm.
Is this legit?
PO3.
Can you prove to me that you're really PO3 and not some kind of internet stranger? Question mark.
Of course, I can give you.
Hashtag stranger danger.
Let's see here. I'll give you a free item. How's that? Only the real PO3 could give you a free item. I'll give you a let's see here. A fan that gives your creatures flying for 1 round.
Wait a minute. You have access to the fan of flying?
Well, it's a comet.
The ill wind? Yon ill wind?
No, no. In this season pass, there are items that are one use. So for 1 round, your creatures will be considered flying. They'll be common.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, that's still better than nothing. Okay.
So yeah, you get a little ding on your notifications. You have an item. You have an inventory for items. Your inventory has 1 item. So do you click accept then?
Of course.
Okay. You click accept.
He gave me free stuff. Of course. Why would I not?
So let's see here.
I'm 8, and therefore he is trustworthy.
Yeah, exactly. Sebastian.
I'd actually like to. Can I do a brains plus remember to see to think if there's any other time where something like this has happened, where they're giving free items away, or
sure.
if that was on the up and up?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, 2 7s.
2 7s. All right, very good. Yeah, this is a bit unusual. You've heard of people talking stories about how PO3 has talked to them. Always responds very fast. He's very get to the point. kind of a jerk, doesn't really care. Like, people ask him about the lore and the story behind, and he's very dismissive about the lore. He's all about sweet mechanics and in cool combos, not fucking cool combos, because it's for kids. But yeah, he is about the making overpowered cards and killer decks. So this is a new game, so maybe a season pass is something new. This is the first time they're doing a season pass, so it does seem a little weird to you. But this is consistent with how PO3. You've heard PO3 talks to players.
PO3. I've heard that there's agreements that you have to go to. Can we read that agreement? Because my mom says I need to read everything before I sign something.
Really? You really?
Yeah, she says all about the contracts when she sells a painting and stuff.
Sebby, this is like last summer all over again. You wouldn't take that nice man's candy, and we didn't get to take a ride in the van.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, man.
So, the PO3 flashes your screen of full text, very dense, very small font. There's a lot of words you don't recognize. And then you can scroll down and says, "Do you accept? Yes or no?" You have an inventory. You have an item in your inventory.
What's that item?
It's a pair of pliers.
What do the pliers do?
Inflict 1 damage on your enemy for free.
So you'll promise that doesn't put a virus on my phone or won't let somebody try to hurt us?
Yes. No, I really do want to. You four have been really great players, way better than the others, and I think you'll be perfect for this new quest I'm doing in the season pass. It's a really epic quest with some really great unlocks. Yeah.
Is it free?
Yes, of course it's free. You're beta testing it.
All right,
well then
I'll download it.
Yeah.
Press agree.
All right. So with this, all of your phones and tablets start to process. They start downloading the new season pass for a little bit. At this point, each of your and also one thing you notice, you four, no one else has had conversations with their deck, which all four of you have, which it was very unusual. You're not really quite sure. You've never heard of a video game having this, except for Richie, what have you talked to Madame Lacrimae about?
Well, I was playing one night, and she told me that she could beat the level I was working on if I just played her. So I did, and she ended up being very nice to me, at least. Unfortunately, activating her, I don't know what happened, but all the people that were in the house, my family with me, all got really sick after I used her.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're just really weak and fatigued and tired. And Madame Lacrimae said, "Thank you for feeding her." And I don't know what that meant, but I was like, okay, cool. Well, at least I won.
Yeah. And she stayed in your deck. And that's actually the one thing all of you found out is you can edit your decks except for those particular cards. They are permanent, which, as far as you can tell, no other player has a card that can't be removed from their deck. But you can't.
PO3, why would I want to take Carionette out? Carionette is awesome. Carionette is the coolest card ever.
Well, I mean, this is out of character. I'm telling, the little trash can and little icons to move that particular card have been grayed out, which all of you have realized that is slightly unusual. So Madame Lacrimae has been in all of your in your deck ever since. So Richie, have you talked? So yeah, you've talked to her on a regular basis. Sebastian, what have you talked to the collective? What was it? Sebastian?
Yes, the Plavisky collective is at least what it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Because it decided that it was no. When I said like it's you, it's like no, it's an us. So, and it gave me it was actually the first time that they stated they could let us win by taking over another person's stealing another person's creature to use against them. Which I asked if that was nice, and they said, "Well, it's not nice to attack the other person's attacking your deck, and you want to win, right?" So. Which was fine, but then also our neighbor's power they lost power for about a day.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went up to find it, they apparently found some weird shiny rock lodged in the transformer.
Weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see here, Joseph. What have you talked to carionette about?
I remember when Carionette first showed up, Carionette said that it was going to be the coolest card that I had ever seen, and he was absolutely right about that. And then you guys remember Tommy and how he used to always bully us and used to steal our lunch and all of the horrible, horrible things he used to do before his car accident. And Carionette just said that, maybe sometimes bad things happen to bad kids, and if we help that along, he'll just take his payment, and that's why Tommy's only got one leg now. I mean, people say that he lost it in the car accident, but I'm pretty sure that Carionette took his bones.
Oh, no. Yeah. So,
but that's the toll.
Yeah. And finally, Kevin. What have you talked to the Wolf Kaiser about?
Oh, well, it's, I mentioned, just a few things, family, that my grandfather's dope-ass original World War I Pickelhaube helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And how there were, I'm not looking forward to, going to junior high because, there's going to be 8th graders there, and I heard that 13-year-olds are the real bullies, and he assured me that, don't worry, any bullies can be raided and pillaged and slaughtered just like any other enemy that dare stand before us.
All right,
that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it does. So pretty soon the new Scribe season pass finishes installing and becomes active. And so all of your normal menu options have disappeared. Only you have except for your except for your deck, everything else is gone. Your ability to play normal games or online games is all disappeared. And it says, find the first scribe. And that's it. So all of you can talk to your decks if you want to. But yeah, this seems to be very odd. It is totally changed how the game works, at least right now. So, yeah, what are each of you going to do? As you're in this nice park on a spring day.
I'll ask the wolf guys, is there a map or a waypoint where we're supposed to find the scribe?
Mein child, I guess he speaks with a German accent.
Well, yeah, Nordic, Viking, but yeah, just go with that.
Okay, Nordic Viking.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to use the.
Ross. Ross, give us that. What's that sound like? No. Out of curiosity. Come on, buddy.
Oh yeah,
nailed it.
Oh, you're my child.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Very Viking.
Very funny.
Yeah, Ross, you don't. Ross, I'm
Yeah.
giving you an okay to not have to do that.
I demand that you continue to do it.
So-
Aaron, what you do with your own character is your own business. I'm trying to make Ross's life a little bit easier.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We are wind at
He's doing
war.
Swedish Chef.
Yeah. Well, isn't that a Viking? I don't know.
Descended from Vikings.
Boy, could you imagine how intimidating that would be if that came up on your shores? Oh yeah, we come to kill you.
Giant Swedish.
just high as fuck on mushrooms.
Like, if you
Swinging
suffer,
a
you
giant
give us
battle
all of
axe.
your things. If
Yeah.
you don't, we will slaughter you.
God damn it.
Sorry.
To all our Scandinavian listeners.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Very sorry.
You've stuck with us this far.
Yeah,
know
the RPPR
exactly what you're
masterclass in
getting into.
accents. One must, I don't know. I can't. One must find, learn more information. I believe your environment has changed. Look around you. Is anything different?
Wait, I'm like, is this enhanced reality? Do things look different?
I think reality has been enhanced.
Oh, sweet! I heard that was coming out.
Mhm.
Oh wait, my mom told me the metaverse doesn't exist and it can't hurt us.
So what has changed?
All right. Give me a what is it called? A notice roll.
Notice?
Notice?
Yeah, it's notice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Notice. Yeah. Give me a notice check. There,
hold on.
Kevin.
Trying to make sure I type this thing out correctly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can type it if you just tell me what your. Well, I guess I can look up your.
There we go.
All right.
No, it's a damn near straight.
Yep. It's a nice day and it's pretty sunny, and you're just like,
It's like I don't know.
maybe the game's bugged.
That cloud looks like it's plane.
So yeah, you're sort of lost in thought there. Richie, what about you? You have to find the first scribe. That's your only clue.
So, I'm sorry, Tom. What was your character's name again?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, did your thing tell us we're not like we've gone somewhere? Like we're in a new place?
I think it's saying that it's got like some, it's a cool internet overlay stuff on reality. Like remember Google Glasses when that shit was supposed to take over and it totally didn't.
You did not. You do not remember that.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm 12, so I remember it.
Okay.
Madam Lacrimae?
Yes, my child.
Where do you think we should go from here? Where are we?
You are in a park.
Okay.
But do you know the beast decks often use small animals to fuel the greater cards.
They're good.
Yes, I believe that will be a clue. The scribes each correspond to one of the deck types.
Okay, so the scribe is.
I do not have that information yet. This is new. This is different. Something has changed, for sure.
Okay.
Do you want to make a notice check, or do you want to keep talking to Madame Lacrimae?
I will try to make a notice check.
Okay.
What were those again?
Brains plus notice.
Oh,
yeah.
Brains plus notice. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I've totally played this game in the last decade.
Oh.
I got 2 1s.
2 1s. That's a match. So you look over at the nearby tree, and there is something odd. There are squirrels on the tree, but they are climbing down from the tree, and there is like a little column of squirrels assembled, at the base of the tree, and they're all watching you, just with their little adorable little heads up, standing on their legs, just watching your table.
Hey there, little guys. Any response?
They actually start marching towards you.
Oh dear. Do they look angry?
They look possessed, for lack of a better word. Like,
make yourself look bigger.
Oh, okay. Madam Lacrimae.
This is actually happening in the park. Like, all of you turn and see what Richie notices.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll just sort of treat this as an action scene, because you have a squad of mind-controlled or possessed squirrels lurching towards you menacingly. So we'll start with Joseph. What do you want to do?
Oh, I know what to do here.
Mm-hmm.
Carionette.
Yes?
Are we supposed to play with the squirrels? Do you want to play with the squirrels?
Oh, I think you can. Give me a moment to process this. You should probably not let them grab you, though.
Oh, I know what this means. This means that we definitely need to play. I feel like it's a tarantula. So, I'm going to start swiping on the phone for a second. Here we go. Bone to pick. Play with the squirrels.
Your decks don't do anything yet. It's just a video game at this point. This is going to be a kid action scene. So, you as a kid, what are you going to do? So, actually, that's what you spend this round doing. Realizing your deck doesn't do anything because those are real squirrels and they're acting really weird, and you're still playing a video game on your phone. And
I thought it was augmented reality. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Wave the phone at it, and the phone does things to them.
Yeah, well,
I've got a tablet.
Yeah, but it's you don't know why squirrels are acting like this. So Joseph tries to activate his phone. Nothing happens. You realize though Carionette is thinking. So next turn he'll be able to give you useful information. So Kevin, what are you gonna do?
Well, if I'm seeing menacing squirrels, and who hasn't seen that in their lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to, let's see.
Yeah, just so you know, your deck does not work yet. It does not work on real things yet.
Right.
So you can do what a kid can do.
Would throwing something fall under a PE?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
All right. In that case, gonna try to throw a rock at one of the squirrels.
Okay.
Like, I hear you. Like, Dad says you have to show dominance.
Okay.
2 8s.
Okay. And they get nothing. This is treated as a threat, which is just a dice pool. It's 5 dice. So your 2 8s succeed. Hits one of the squirrels. The squirrel shakes his head and starts acting like a normal squirrel does, and it bounces away, quite scared. So yeah.
You just need to snap them out of it.
All right. So Sebastian, what do you want to do?
Can I do possible? Is there by chance a bird feeder anywhere around us near the pavilion?
Yeah, it's not too far.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to run up to it and use hands and shop to see if I can dislodge it from wherever it's set up, and try to lure the squirrels away with feed that I'm spilling out of it. Basically, get it. Hopefully, try to snap them out of it by providing food.
All right, very good. That sounds like outthink to me, but
okay, I could do that as well too. I was thinking just about like actually getting it off of wherever it was. So with shop, but I can do.
Well, you got it. Yeah. Yeah. Either one. Whatever one's higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Actually, they're both equal. So
well, there you go.
I will do shop then. So. It's on there really hard.
It is. So without any matches, they get even closer. So finally, Richie, what do you want to do?
I will run up and kick one of the squirrels.
Okay, that's I believe the kick skill.
I believe feet plus kick.
Yes, feet plus kick.
Nothing.
All right. They actually jump on you or try to.
No.
But they're it's just horribly awkward. They're very slow when they're mind controlled, so they're not very talented at grabbing onto you. So you're just kind of awkwardly kicking at the dirt, and they're sort of circling around you, trying to latch onto your ankles. So new round begins. Joseph Carionette says, "Get somebody with a phone to take a picture of them." In the game, there's a new icon in the game. It says take a picture. So a new icon of a camera appears on all of your phones if you're so. Joseph,
okay,
yeah, Joseph's.
I can do that.
Okay.
Why don't I just holler out, "Hey, everybody, use the picture app."
Mhm.
It's like Inscryption. It's like Inscryption Polaroid.
Yeah. So,
And I'm just gonna hit the button and see if I can Kodak it.
does your pet tablet have a phone or a camera on it?
It's a smart tablet, so I would assume so. Yes.
Okay. All right. I just didn't know. So yeah, it takes.
Think of it like, remember 4 phones ago, I think it was, when Tom had that ginormous smartphone
Oh
that
yeah.
was just super wide and super tall, and it was
a
basically
phablet,
like
yeah.
a tiny, it's a phablet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That makes more sense.
It can do everything except for make phone calls.
Yep. So it takes a photo, and the squirrels all freeze, and they start shaking their heads and become normal squirrel. You get a squirrel card in your added to your inventory, which is the base card, the sort of the basic land for the beast deck type. You play squirrels for free. You sacrifice them to gain other creatures or more powerful creatures. And
I don't use squirrels in my deck, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't your Viking deck use squirrels? Like, don't you feed them to your wolves?
well, Kevin, you do that. But Carionette continues. Yes, I now know it is Leshy, the scribe of beasts, who is behind that. In order to access to fight him, you'll have to find out where he's hidden. He's somewhere in the forest. And but if you if you use your phone, the cameras, you'll find the trail to the woods and find Leshy's secret hiding spot.
Okay. Yeah, put my phone up just to see if it shows up shows the map through the camera.
You take a photo of just the area, and it doesn't show a map, but when you take a photo of the area, it does show a wooden sign that you do not see that points to the sort of the trees off in the distance.
Does it say anything on the sign?
It's a direction. It's pointing towards it.
So I'd show it over both to Richie and Joseph and Kevin, and just say, I think that's where we need to go.
Yeah. And this is a really well done wooden sign. It looks like a real wooden sign. Like, it's not computer graphics superimposed on the photo. It looks like it's actually there.
Can you deep fake a wooden sign?
Can't.
What?
I don't know what I'm 8.
I'm 9. So there's a lot of stuff we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could be really good at deep faking wood now.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like fake wood to you, or does it look like real stuff?
Again, it kind of looks real, but it's obviously not showing up there unless, I'm going to walk up to where it is,
Mm-hmm.
showing on the picture, and put my hand out just to see if it's invisible.
Yeah, you feel wood where it should be for a second, and then it kind of like your hand goes through it.
So, guys, is invisible paint a thing?
What?
All right.
What is this?
Like I was feeling something.
It's just an
I
arrow.
was feeling something.
It's just an arrow pointing to the woods. The part of the park that you're usually not supposed to go in because
I think we better follow the sign.
Okay.
I mean, I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes.
All right. So
never mind. I'm uninstalling the game. I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So the four of you follow the sign. It takes you into the woods. You take more photos, and you find more signs. But who are you all walking side by side, or is someone taking the lead?
I'll take the lead.
Okay.
I've got
If I can make a suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
just a weird thing. Since we all have phones, like us pointing in like one direction each, kind of like going north, east, west, south. So just in case something shows up that we can't see, we can get a little bit of warning.
Oh, so we get eaten alone.
Well, no, like we're all in the cross together. We're walking together, but just to make sure it's there. Like actually,
I thought you meant split up. Sorry.
No. It's like walking in a diamond formation with our phones pointed in those directions. So in case, something comes that we can't see.
Oh, yeah, well, sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not splitting us up, no.
I'll take the front then.
That's how you get Hansel and Gretel.
No, the way that you get Hansel and Gretel is if you lick the house made out of candy. And unless we see a house made out of candy, is that house made out of candy?
Well, so far you haven't seen a house, but
Okay.
Richie, you do see.
But if we do see a house made out of candy, I'm licking it.
You do see something poking up from the brush up ahead, and you realize they're like horns, like deer horns. And when you get closer, you can see it's a deer skull.
It's not a deer, not a live one.
Yeah.
I scan it.
The eyes are glowing red when you take a photo of it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And suddenly you get a message in Inscryption from in all case bone_lord, the Bone Lord.
Bone Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have we encountered that enemy before, or that an NPC like that before?
No. The message reads, "Give me a sacrifice."
Sacrifice a squirrel to it.
I've
got a squirrel. I've got a squirrel.
Yeah,
Hang on.
sacrifice a squirrel.
Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice the squirrel card in my inventory to Bone Lord.
Okay. You use the app to give the squirrel card to that. The squirrel card is sacrificed, and the Bone Lord sends a message to you all. You all have a boon from the Bone Lord. I shall give you what boon shall you want? Power, knowledge, or protection?
Do we each get one?
You each get a boon.
Okay, so since there's 4 of us and 3 boons, I think that we should all pick something different, and then when we find out what they are, the last one gets to pick the coolest one.
All right, I'll pick power.
All right, you get a power card in your inventory.
I'm going to go for knowledge.
All right, with knowledge, it says the threshold is real. Cross over it at your own peril.
I'll take power.
Okay, you get a power card.
Now I'll take protection.
Okay, you get a protection card. So, the Bone Lord, past the Bone Lord though, the photos you take through the app show a quite literal threshold. There is a line in the ground up ahead, at least through the app photos, that turns day into night. The forest becomes night, and in the distance, in the night, you can see a light of a window, in the silhouette of a cabin. So if you pass beyond these two dead trees, you will be beyond the threshold, at least according to the game.
So I guess that's where the scribe is?
That would stand to reason, yes.
The one hand, the scribe is probably over there, but on the other, there's a light in the window at that cottage, and it doesn't seem to be made of candy from here.
No, it looks like a wooden cabin, as far as you can tell, but you can't really see it too well.
Shit, that could be even worse. I've seen too many wood cabins in movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to approach a cabin that isn't made out of candy.
Well,
I think
normally
you just go up and knock.
Well, you're supposed to have a chainsaw.
No, not if you're
Do you have
camping
a
place.
chainsaw?
No, that's why I'm saying we should be cautious. When you approach a strange cabin in the woods, you're supposed to have a chainsaw. That's what I learned.
Richie starts walking towards the cabin.
Okay.
I'm going to follow Richie.
Okay.
Because it's dark and I shouldn't be by myself.
No, well, I mean, it's daylight where you are.
Richie.
And when you look at past the two trees without the phone, without your app, without the game, it looks fine. It's still daylight, but
It's just when we get now.
when Richie and Joseph go through the two trees, are you right behind them, Sebastian and Kevin?
Yeah, I was like, guy, they're younger. I gotta keep them out of trouble.
I'm following, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it turns night as you pass through the threshold. And it is
Completely
cold.
normal?
Yeah. And so far you've only talked to your self-aware cards through text messaging, but Richie is through first, and you hear Madame Lacrimae's voice. She's like, "Oh, delightful! The night has come."
Yep. No, I know how you like that.
And she appears by you just as a sort of floating ghost lady, dressed in her necromantic priestess. But yeah, what does she look like?
She's actually a cross between Lady Dimitrescu and a Satan Nightbringer.
Okay.
I'll post a picture of that in general so you guys can get an idea what that looks like.
All right. Well, I mean, most CCGs are pretty thirsty. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, the 40K Necron
model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just a floating ghost lady.
Stands about like 14 feet.
Yeah.
You know, floating off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So then behind Richie,
she just appears next to me in person.
Is it like a ghost, kind of like a think like force
like
ghost,
an apparition?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's normal.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so all of you can see and hear her now. And then after Joseph,
she looks awesome.
Carionette appears beside you, also again sort of translucent, but there and able to talk. And Carionette was a big skeleton guy, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Out of a bunch of big bones, and he is now getting hugged.
Okay. You can you cannot actually touch him. You go through him, although you can't see and hear him. And then behind that is Sebastian and Kevin. And so your self-aware cards all appear to you as like ghosts at your side.
Yeah. So here's the putting in general what mine looks like, the crystal itself.
All right. Yeah. Big old crystal, and then a big old wolf guy.
Basically kind of wearing rough iron armor, carrying a huge battle axe and a crown that looks like the skull of a massive dire wolf with jewels studded in it.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And so the four of you, so at this point the Wolf Kaiser is like, yes, reality is changing. Something
Like, That's like I'm perfectly looking at him like I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yes.
Looking at the Plavisky Collective, start putting my hand through it. Is he actual have any? Does it have any substance or?
No, I mean you can see and hear them, but you cannot actually touch them.
So how are you here? Is this my phone doing this?
We are no longer. We are in a different realm. We are in the. I believe we are in the realm of cards.
Wait, we're in the video game?
No, the video game is a window into another realm, and we are now looking. We are no longer. It is different. We must go to the scribe and find out what is happening.
Guys, we're in the game.
Isn't it great?
Cool.
Hey Ross,
Mm-hmm.
sorry to break this. Was this just your plan to get to banish us to the shadow realm? Sorry,
No, you got us.
fucker.
Fucking got you.
Anyway, so
This is great.
wow,
So yeah, so
it's a
far
whole
it's
video game dimension.
yeah. There's no way back, by the way. When you turn around behind you, it is just dark forest all around you.
When? What makes you think? Bold of you to assume that we would look back.
Yeah.
All right. So you head to the cabin. The door opens before you can knock or touch it, and you hear an old man's voice. It's, "Come in and play.
A while and listened.
I have the table set up for a game."
I'm right on it. Did you say that come in and eat the candy?
Yeah.
I
Put my
thought I
hand
heard
in-
candy.
Put my hand in front of Joseph. Like no, this is not like the same thing.
All right.
I'll
It totally is. He said come in and play. He wants to play with us.
I'll play you.
All right. So there's an enormous table set up in the cabin. There's a shadowed corner in which you can see a pair of eyes. The eyes are very. You can see the eyes, but nothing else of the figure. In the shadowed corner, he is your opponent. And around on the cabin walls, there are a variety of items attached to the walls. There is a safe in one corner. Cabinet. There is a locked door with odd lights occasionally flashing through it. And yeah, there's some strange. It's candle lit and lantern lit. It is a very odd and dark and sinister cabin. But yeah, he has set up a game. The way he's arranged it looks like more like the old version of Inscryption, but Leshy explains, well, with the four of you, we'll have to do a special challenge for you. Each of you will fight me in turn, but if one of you lose, all of you lose. So he lights 4 candles, and every one you put out, I'll give you a special card. So yeah, who wants to fight Leshy first?
I'll go
Well-
first.
Yeah.
Okay, I got second.
All right. So with that, so basically he says you always get the first turn, and but you'll see what I'm doing first. So he puts down, let's see here, a massive tiger, and this is going to be a 10D attack with gnarly times 5. So what are you going to do first? So you have bones. You can mystic damage, activate a new part. So you can your first activation is free, sorry, for bones. So yeah, you can activate 1 part for free.
Okay.
But future parts you'll have to take damage. But if you've taken damage the next turn, in this turn you can activate another part for free.
I'll activate Madame Lacrimae.
Okay. And let's see here. What does Madame Lacrimae do?
She has attack 10, gnarly 8,
Okay.
tough 5, and area 2.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll. Let's see here.
God damn. There we go. 3 9s, 4 8s. So I guess we'll go with the 4 8s.
4 8s. All right. So that is going to be 1, 4, and how much 8 gnarly was that?
Gnarly 8.
8. Where was your card? Where did you send me that thing?
What thing?
Your character.
I didn't because I hand wrote it.
All right.
Oh,
I
no.
can send you a picture of it.
Yeah, if you can send me a picture of it, just some reference.
You can read my handwriting.
I will try. But you said gnarly times 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be 3, 11 damage. So that will destroy the field.
You got 4 8s. It'd be 12 damage.
No, you subtract the first one. So
that's
if
right.
you have to have a match is 2. If you roll right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 11 damage. And let's see here. Madame Lacrimae 1 through 4. Okay, yeah. Well, 1 through 4 is 20 points worth. So attack and gnarly 8 would be 18 points.
Oh, I did that wrong. My bad. You're
Yeah.
right. No toughness then.
Yep.
No tough 5.
Okay. Yeah, area 2. All right. So glass cannon. So very good. And so you win for the first round. So that destroys the tiger. And 1 point of bleed over goes on to Leshy. So ding. The scales go in your favor 1 point. So next round, if you want, you can activate her again, or you can activate a second part as well and do 2 things. But she'll have to take damage.
Is it still my turn?
Yeah, you get to go first. So
Okay. Yeah, I'll activate her again.
Okay. Let's see here. So, let's see here. Okay. So she'll take 2 damage to activate her, she doesn't because of that. All right. She is going to use, Leshy is going to use, paralyze. Paralyze with fun. Actually, I'm going to use standard monsters initiative rules because otherwise you guys are just going to you built giant cannons. So yeah. So this will have 10d useful paralyze with, let's see here. Yeah. So this will be 10d. This is going to be a roll off.
We just roll see who gets most width, right?
Yeah, because that'll go off first.
Right. Okay.
Looks like you got 3.
3 7s.
Huh? Oops.
You get nothing.
I did the
Tough
10
shit,
thing.
man.
Yep. 10d10, yep.
10 Ds.
10ds.
Oof.
3 9s. All right. So, this is treated as the mind controlling what is that? Oh, the hypnotic cobra, paralyzing your Madame Lacrimae for basically freezing her for 3 rounds.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
No.
So you have to damage her in order to activate one of your other abilities.
Okay. And how do we track damage on her?
Well, she hasn't taken any damage. She's just paralyzed. The damage is because of the bonus thing. You just subtract her dice pool. So,
okay.
So instead of 10d8, it's now 8d10, or 10d10. It's now 8d10. Yeah.
Right. Okay, we'll do that then.
All right. So you can activate another part.
I'll activate generic zombie.
Okay.
And He's defend 8 dice, tough 2 dice. Or 2, tough 2.
All right, let's see here. He'll use the let's see here, the dread grasp of the tiger, which is he has multiple tiger cards. So this is attack 7D. So let's see here. No matches on my part. You got 2 twos. Yeah, that's right. But you got 2 pairs. So your damage actually goes through.
Mine was a defense, though.
Okay. All right. Well, then you totally block the attack. This is actually kind of playtesting these rules, by the way. So
More than somewhat.
Yeah. All right. So new round. You can. You have 2 more rounds left on the lady coming back. But to shorten things up, I will say, Leshy. I'm going to change what I said earlier and say other players can join in. You've lasted long enough that another character can come in. So who do you want to bring in for the third round?
Joseph.
Okay. So Joseph, you're using an undead deck as well. So you can activate your first one for free. So he'll get to use 2 parts this round. He has the Dread Grasp, and then he will use to attack, and then he'll use the Sinews of Heart to defend. So he has 2 parts. So Joseph, what part of which part are you using first in this round?
I'm going to start with Bonaparte.
Okay. And what does Bonaparte do? Is that an attack?
Bonaparte is that's the attack card. It's the skeletal dancer that's falling to pieces, and those pieces are going to be shared.
Okay.
So are you going to get ahead in life, or are you going to have a humorous fate, or a little bit of good-natured ribbing?
Heyo.
Let's find out.
Yep.
Bones!
All right. So 7d10 on my attack. So yeah, you can roll yours, and you can also roll yours as well, Baz. Let's see here.
You can roll my defense?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, you can. Well, if you take 2 more points of damage, you can activate another part. You can have up to 2 parts per turn act, or 2 cards act per turn.
Wait.
So Madame Lacrimae is active, but she's still stunned. So you, for your character, Baz, you could activate your generic rat swarm, or you could activate your generic skeleton to attack.
So could I kill off the generic zombie to do that?
Well, they just take 2 damage.
They take 2 damage. Okay, so then he becomes 60 instead of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will do that. I will damage the zombie to activate my generic skeletons, and they're going to attack.
Okay. And what type of abilities is yours, Joseph? Is that attack as well, or is that
attack?
Okay.
Oh, mine was an attack. It's got gnarly 3 and awesome 2, so that means I can either have 3 10s, or I can have 4 1s.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So he'll be able to defeat your attack, Joseph, but he won't have any left to attack. No, he'll be able to hit block 1 set of attack. So yeah. So looks like it doesn't. Let's see here. So he'll block your attack, Joseph, but then Baz's attack will go through. So how much did you? So that's 2 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So that puts him at 3. And for you, Baz, he got 3 8s on you.
Okay.
You can roll to defend.
Defend. Now it's 6d6, 6d10.
So you need at least 8s to block.
I got 3 4s.
Yep. All right. So you take 3 damage. So I'm also, since this is a multiplayer thing, I'm not going to do the scales. So, but if you take 2 more damage, you'll be knocked out and you'll lose.
I personally take 3 damage, or what am I?
You do not take any real damage until you lose a card game or something happens outside of a game, a match.
Yeah, but do I allocate that 3 damage to one of my character?
No,
my cards?
You do not.
That's just damage that I've taken.
You can't actually. I could say one of your active parts could take the damage to absorb that.
Yeah, we'll just keep throwing that on the zombies then.
Okay, so they go down to whatever
3 days.
All right, so you don't take any damage. Your zombies get beaten up instead. So new round. Let's see here. He activates. Let's see here. He's going to try and use Paralyze again. But Madame Lacrimae can act again. So you can do Madame Lacrimae and one other action. So you can attack twice, or you can attack and defend.
Madame Lacrimae, kill.
All right.
Feed.
All right. He is. Let's see here. Do you have awesome times?
Oof.
Yep. He does manage to paralyze Madame Lacrimae again. But Joseph, you can attack again.
Okay, so here's what I want to do.
Mhm.
Bonaparte, give Carionette the finger to summon Carionette the Macabre Master. And I'm going to have Carionette, upon landing, immediately start pulling the strings.
Okay.
So Carionette has Tangle and Area 3 on it. So I'm going to try to tie up all of this stage's cards at once.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And at the same time have Bonaparte do his thing, and he's going to be down he's taking a D of damage, so that means he's at 90 on that attack.
Mhm.
Am I right? Or
Mhm. Yes.
okay, so this is the Bonaparte attack, so that's going to be trip 9s. And then this is the area strangling cords from Carionette, and also trip 9s.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you say my skeletons could also attack?
Yeah, you can do
So I can
2
do
things
2.
per round. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, they will also attack. 3 8s.
All right. That'll be enough to finish off Lushy's. I'm just gonna say there's 2 forms, so we'll just do a tag team thing. Leshy is stunned as his tiger deck is destroyed. But he says, I have one more move. And he takes down he takes out a camera and points it up at the sky. Somehow the sky is coming through the window of the cabin. There are holes in the cabin roof, and
There are now.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he takes a photo not of the moon but of the stars. And the entire side of his table is replaced by a massive card called Cosmos. Let's see here. Sebastian and Kevin. It's your turn. This thing is just going to do it just has 10 hard dice. So each of you are going to take a 5x10 attack every round. Unless you can, but it'll act after you. So you can, every hit you do will cause it to lose a die off of it. So,
okay.
Yeah. And, if you can do 10 damage before it can come in and wall both of you with 5, 10s to hit you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a gnarly 7 attack.
Okay.
You have anything that big?
So, yeah, I actually, I have a 60 gnarly, and also is wicked fast as well. So,
Okay.
so I can attack that, or I can also focus on defense. Because would my defense be able to help out anybody else or just myself?
Right now, it's just you two fighting. So,
Okay.
Because this is the second phase of the fight. So basically, yeah, if you do at least 10 damage a round, you won't take any damage. Anything you do after 10 damage will count.
You want to just focus on dealing a lot of damage?
Can would burn have any particular effect on this?
Not on the Cosmos, no.
Okay, so all right, yep. Then I will just go ahead and summon in the card for. Would I be able to do anything past the Plavisky Collective, or can I put in one of my other cards?
You can play whatever. You can only play one card your first, or 5D worth of your first card. So you can play whatever 5D you want. So
okay, cool. So if it goes over, like, I'll just roll 5D for that regardless, right?
Well, you're only rolling 5D worth of something, like attack.
Okay.
Attack, defender.
I just want to make sure it didn't prevent me from actually bringing the card to the table. So, okay. Then I will place down the card for the winged Automasaurs. So, they're extremely agile robotic knights that soar the sky on biomechanical wings attached to their armor.
Okay.
And they're going to go ahead and make an attack on the Cosmos.
Okay, so they can only get 5D worth of attack, though. So they can do attack.
That's cool. It only takes off 1.
Yeah. Okay, so you can just make 5D attack, or you could do like attack 3 with 2 awesome times 2. However you want to do it.
It's right now. It's the attack on there is so attack 60. It's awesome times 2.
Yeah, but you only remember the tech thing. You only get 5D worth on your first round. You build.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yep. So, yep. I do remember that. So, all right.
All right. You get 2 6.
All right. So I am going to. It's a hard one. So actually,
you can't flip it over this round. You only get the 5D. You rolled 5D.
Like, so I can't use awesome times 2?
Yeah, not on this round. Remember, your extras count as dice.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. So, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So, nope. 2 6s, though.
Yeah. All right, so, Kevin, you can go and roll for your very large attack. Next time I run monsters, I'm going to limit how much you can put gnarly into something.
I specifically asked you that question, Ross.
I know. I wasn't thinking. It's been a while since I've played Run Monsters.
So, my card, the Bestian Spalter, the Beast Splitters.
Mm-hmm.
Basically just the rippers and terrors of the army.
Mm-hmm.
Not a thing.
No, you get your full dice thing. You're using a different deck type, so you can roll your full 10d10.
Yeah, you've got beasts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just can't play another beast thing until you take damage.
Okay.
Or you sacrifice your existing unit. So you're basically... All right, 3 9s.
3 9s, 2 8s.
All right, 3 9s. So you can make that 4 9s. So that'd be 3 damage plus 7, so that'd be 10. So it'd be 11 damage. All right, so I'm just going to treat the Cosmos as like a hard dice. So it's just 10. But yeah, you inflict 11 damage, so you put the scales at 1 point in your favor. The scale, the power of the Cosmos increases to 12 for round 2, but you're able to go again. Let's see. Now, Sebastian, you get your full 10d10 worth of stuff for your Automasaur, so you can add on awesome and wicked fast and gnarly.
Okay, cool. So
yep. And
we'll go ahead and do that.
Rack, you didn't take any damage, so you can only keep your Wolfsarmee or the Beast Splitters active.
God, I'm sorry, I'm still going by Rack.
Yeah. No worries.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
All right, I guess I'll just do that again.
Okay.
All right. So, and with pushing it out, I'll go ahead and add that as an extra 5. And that is gnarly and wicked fast on it, so that'll count for 4 5s.
Okay. Yeah, so that's 3 damage from Sebastian. And then Tom got 3 10s. So 4 damage. So 3 10s. So 2 plus 9, 13 damage. So you inflict another 13 versus his 12. So you inflict another one. So you start grinding him down. The Cosmos shudders.
Which which normally would be a bad thing if the cosmos shuddered.
Yeah, well, it's the card version of it. Leslie's like,
that's good. Everything's okay then.
I see now. Your cards are, their powers are. It must have been him who did this. He expanded the game too much. He added too many cards. If you can keep adding all of these ridiculous things, then so can I. And so he takes a photo of utter nothingness. The cosmos changes to the black hole. All 4 of you are now being challenged by it. So now it's going to be 20 damage around. You have to outdeal. But all of you can now take an action each round.
Do what?
Yep.
Asshole.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of a jerk.
It's not fair. He gets a black hole.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
I
want
call
a black hole.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
He's hacking.
You can all feel yourself being pulled into the black hole. The air is being sucked into it. There is a gravitational lens. It is very.
Right, this does make sense that we're kids, so we would be complaining. No fair, he's cheating.
Yeah.
Well, there's one way that we can beat a black hole. Bonaparte, fill it up with all sorts of bones.
I don't think that's how black holes work.
Yaha.
That's what Neil deGrasse Tyson said, anyway.
All right, Bonaparte.
Why would you want to listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson? He's. I'm
gonna stop. Don't you dare talk.
All
shit
right,
about
so for Joseph's actions, you basically rolled 3 10s and had gnarly times 3. So 2 plus 3. So Joseph does 5.
I'm thinking that those 5 2s.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so that's probably better.
Would actually be.
All right.
Better. So that's 6 2s because I've got awesome 2.
So 5 plus 3, 8. So you did a total of 8 damage. Very good.
Very good.
Let's
9.
Yeah.
9.
No, you subtract 1. If you roll a match, it's only 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 roll engine. Otherwise, you would never be able to roll 1 for 1 point of damage because you need a match. Let's see here. So let's see. 2 5s become 3 5s, I assume, for Richie. Or for
no.
Oh yeah, what is Madame Lacrimae again?
Gnarly 8.
Gnarly 8. Okay.
So 9 damage.
9 damage. All right, so that's 17. So very good. And then let's see here. Sebastian, do you want to attack as well? Everyone gets it.
Yeah, sure. Although now that I've gone to 15 dice, can I add those into my attack?
Well, you can add another ability. You could activate 2 abilities. You can never roll more than 10 dice. So basically, now you have to go to another part.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could use 5.
So I can actually take another card if I wanted to use that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. At this point, just in case it helps, I will go ahead and pop in the Showtime Colossus. So this giant Art Deco robot burst from the bottom of the board, and is trying to set up everybody else to help. So we'll just attack as well. So I'll do those separately.
Okay.
First, the winged Automasaurs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with awesome times 2, that's going to be at 3 7s.
3 7s.
And gnarly times 1, and wicked fast, obviously.
All right. So 3 damage. That will bring him to 20 exactly. So Kevin doesn't even get the beast splitters don't even a chance to finish it off.
They howl their displeasure.
Yeah.
Never mind. Black hole decks suck.
They're hacks.
So there is an implosion of energy, and then you can see Leshy for the first time as an old man covered in thick bearded old man with he's kind of green, like it looks like there's moss or vegetation growing on him or around him or around over him a little bit, but he looks quite forlorn. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know. let's see here. Here, I'll copy image link. Let's see how it works. That's kind of what he looks like. What PO3? Why did you do that? Maybe Grimoire was right. He's PO3 has gotten mad with power. I don't know exactly what his scheme is, but you have to understand. This is not right. The card game should not. Perhaps we should not. I just wanted to play my game. It was balanced. It was interesting. It's just
balanced. You threw a black hole at 4 children. That's not balanced.
But you're players. It doesn't matter. We're all equal as players. Anyone can win.
Some of us are more equal than others.
High five.
I just wanted to play games and tell stories.
You can still do that.
I don't know why PO3 is using you, but I can see you have cards that are more than just cards with you. I don't understand what's happening. Perhaps you should seek out Grimoire. She would know, but she's, well, can be dangerous to deal with.
Do we have to play a card game against her too?
Well, to be something dangerous, it will be some sort of card challenge, or magnificent, magnificus. But he is quite sadistic. And,
well, with any luck, they'll be better than you are at this game.
Oh, just be nice.
Be nice. Threw a black hole at me. I'm not gonna be nice to him.
And he lost. That means we're supposed to trash talk him a little bit, right?
Yeah. Be more toxic.
Oh, hey guys,
Sebastian.
No.
Guys, he's spilling his guts to us. Let's listen and be polite.
We were just trying to play a game to make the game. I just, but I can tell you more, not as who I am. He reaches down. He reaches down. You see it at his side. There's a small box, and in the box there are a bunch of wooden masks. He takes one out, and holds it up. And it is a wooden mask of an old woman. She her voice is when Leshy speaks at holding the mask up to his face. It actually sounds like an old woman. She says, "I am the wood carver, and I have foreseen many problems. You will understand this is all because of the old data. This game was built based on a code, and this code is based on something ancient and evil. I do not know where it is from originally, but I do know it is very powerful and very dangerous. The scribe who brought you here, PO3, he wishes to control the old data. That much I can say. But beyond this cabin, you will find a graveyard. In the graveyard, if you find the right grave, you can dig up Grimoire, the scribe of the dead, and she may answer more." And Leshy takes off the mask, and there's nothing left for me here. I can't even play the game anymore. I don't understand it. It's evolved beyond me. There's too many cards. Too much.
Stop all the downloading.
There's only one fate left for me. He takes up his camera.
No, Leshy, don't do it. There's an app for that. You can keep track of all of your cards with the app. It's called Hunter. You can find it for free in the App Store.
He takes a photo of himself. There's a flash of light, and all that is left is a card. Leshy, the scribe of beasts. It's quite a powerful card.
I'll scan Leshy with my phone.
All right, the card disappears.
It's what he would have wanted. Do we all scan him?
It disappears after it goes into Kevin's deck.
I'm Richie.
Oh, Richie, sorry, yeah.
It'd be funny. I scanned it. It goes to Kevin.
No, no.
What the shit?
sorry. It does go into Richie's deck.
Oh, well, I have to find a way to get rid of this soon. This guy sucked.
It also doesn't synergize super well with your deck because you use undead. He gives huge buffs to beast decks. So
hey, maybe you can trade him over to Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, you want to trade?
For what?
I don't know. You got any bone boys on your side?
Nah, I'm a beast player.
All right. Well, next time when they do the weekly free weekly booster deck, you give me your booster, okay?
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem.
All right, here you take this terrible fucking.
All right, cool.
card.
All right.
Who plays a deck full of living things?
Yeah.
Hey, I kick a lot of ass doing that.
I know, but they start out living, and you have to kill them to bring. You start dead. It's so much more efficient.
It really is.
I mean, we all die eventually, right, guys?
What are you talking about? Of course we don't.
No, that's right. We never. I'm gonna live forever.
Yeah. So you continue on. There is a door. The locked door opens up, just on its own. And when you peek through it, you can see it opens, not into the other room of the cabin, but into a graveyard.
Joseph, I think this is our time to shine.
I think it is too. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I wonder to which grave we should go.
Yeah. So there are many graves in the graveyard, but each one is a card is carved on each gravestone, representing and they're all labeled Grimoire, but they have different stats and abilities for the Scribe of the Dead. And so the real question is, what do you think would be the right Grimoire? What do you think is the real Grimoire?
Okay, so I've got a thought on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is going to be a kid outthink roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why don't we take a look at what Leshy looks like, and then we'll compare the stats on Leshy to the stats that are carved into the other headstones, and that way we can see which one looks closest to, and we can figure out what sages look like.
Okay.
Yay!
All right, so you eliminate some that are totally like Grimoire is obviously not using tech or magic or beast stuff. She's obviously using the undead deck type, bones.
Mm-hmm.
So you can eliminate some of them. You eliminate about I would say like 1/4 of the graves with that. So there's about 3/4 left. So that's pretty obvious with that. But that with just a simple pair, that's about all you're able to do. There's a lot of different interpretations of Grimoire as the scribe of the undead. So, does anybody else want to now you could talk to your cards. You can make other outthink checks. You could look around, or you could just dig up a grave and see what pops out.
I've seen an episode of Local 58. No.
Sebastian, can any of your robots dig for us?
No, not really on there. I mean, so I probably could at least get the Showtime Colossus to pop out of one of the graves, and that'll leave a big hole. Guess so. Actually, before you do this, notice check to see if there's any names or anything else that is on the graves that are a little bit different from the others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 9s.
Okay. You actually start looking at them more closely, and now you realize some of these have slightly wrong fonts or formatting. They aren't formatted like a proper Inscryption card, especially using the Leshy card that you have available as a comparison. So you're able to eliminate another fourth of them. So you eliminate about half of them at this point.
Nice.
So yeah, that's quite good. You're getting there. So by looking at a different angle. So let's see here. Kevin, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm no expert in identifying which graves are which.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what happens when I try a random grave.
Okay. How are you digging it up?
I need to know if that's an option or not.
Yeah. How do you want to dig it up? You could ask
Kevin?
Wolf Kaiser for information. Kevin, did you?
Yeah. I've never been grave robbing. Is this like? Do we actually have to physically dig it up, or is this like a video game thing where it's like push button to use?
So you go there and like there's no button for you to push. But the Wolf Emperor says, well, I usually I have a German accent again. And
God.
I usually make my soldiers do things. So I would give an order and they could do that.
Sure, all right, I'll try that. Hey, all right, beast splitters. Let's tear the hell out of that grave there.
Okay. So bee splitters do so enthusiastically, and then
smash it, break it, don't stop for nothing.
Yeah. And the corpse explodes, damaging them. So they take 2 damage, and you realize that that was not Grimora because her stats were too good. You chose one that was impossibly good for the amount of the bones it cost to play that card. You realize there's a balancing formula on these cards.
God, it's math.
Yeah, it's math. So some of these cards are either too expensive or too cheap to play. And so you're able to eliminate another fourth, but unfortunately,
okay. Well, actually, would it be brains plus outthink?
No, you succeeded at a cost, basically.
Okay.
Your B splitters are now 7d10 until you can find a way to heal them. They've been crippled by the explosion.
Okay.
So there's just 1/4 of the graves left. So let's see who hasn't. Richie, do you want to try and figure a way to pick the grave?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rat swarm. Dig.
Okay. All right. So at this point, with sheer trial and error, because you have a rat swarm, they're going to take a bit of a beating, but you distributed them, so they'll take 3d10, or they'll take 3d of damage, as well as the other ones do explode. You're not quite sure what was wrong with them, but maybe it's there can only be one Grimora. You find the remaining Grimora. And so she arises out of the grave. It says, "Greetings, children or players. I am alive once again. Much to my regret, I see my efforts failed."
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't actually say the thing that we were supposed to when you were going from there. Rise from your grave. Is that the right thing?
An amusing.
I can mute my voice more.
Yes, an amusing joke, child. But I see PO3 managed to escape. It is unfortunate, and now he is trying to control the beast that cannot be controlled.
Is that like a super secret boss?
Yes. A very, very secret, special boss. A boss that should not be not just merely fought, but destroyed for the good of all. We are on the verge of something terrible happening. if it is if the old data is allowed to survive. I can tell you how to find the old data so it can be destroyed, but which I believe I can see now. PO3 wants you to merely control to weaken the old data so that he can restrain it for a time, but it is the key to his own power in a way, but he cannot control it forever. So I know Magnificus knows more about what the old data is and what it does. I only know that it's danger now. It has been long, but I can answer your questions, surely, if you have any about what is happening.
Well, yeah, actually, for one, so how did we actually get in here? Did we actually just come in through our phones, or are we just seeing things like somebody has a VR helmet over our heads and we can't get it off?
No, it is your phones, your game. This game is linked. From what I understand, your phones have given you access to a realm connected to the game. It was originally known as the Carnoffle Code. The Carnoffle is an old type of card game, and the code that could only be accessed through playing cards, through card games, had great power in it. And any kind of card game can access this code if you understood it well enough. So all card games are linked in this way to this code, to this power. And it is ancient, but it is something about... It has existed for a long time. I do not know exactly how long, but I do know that... how should I say this? I do know that any computers, the thinking machines, amplify the power of the code, of the Carnoffle code. So while the code existed before computers, it was powerful, but now it is exponentially dangerous. There's power in the card games. Card games have existed for us for hundreds, for many years. Does that help? I'm sorry, I do not understand everything. Magnificus understood the theory better than I did.
So it's just something that's dangerous here that kind of came from those card games.
Yes,
and you need our help to stop it.
Well, it is the Carnoffle code is power, and PO3 is using that power for his own ends. And you have been drawn into it through this power, into the realm of, the realm that all of these card games exist in, where they have physical matter and reality. Perhaps PO3 wants to extend this reality into the real world so that they are one and the same. Perhaps. I do not know exactly.
Well, this is kind of fun, but honestly, I definitely want to go back to school and my stuff in my home. So, and keep the bad, at least bad stuff on the computer, at least where it is too, because the only other thing I know that's bad on computers is something that my uncle tells called the blockchain, but he only talks about it until my dad tells him to shut the F up.
Very well. That sounds very important. I'm sure it is. Yes, it is. I wish you luck in your endeavor, whatever that is. Yes. Do you have any other questions for me?
Look around to the others, sir.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Can you join my deck? Like Leshy did over there? Like, I think your card would be really awesome. Can I have a copy of your card?
Of course, child. So she closes her eyes. The mist rises around her, and when it parts, there is a card line on the ground.
Woo! Scan.
All right. Yeah, it joins your deck. So Let's see here. So yeah, he so she you get a message from carionette then. It's like, oh yeah, the wizard's tower is that way. And in the distance you all can see glowing green and blue and red lights from a wizard tower.
Come on, let's go to the tower.
Mm-hmm. So the four of you head there, and there is a very bushy, bearded, wizardly type character there. He is he says, I am Magnificus. I am the scribe of magic. And I am, well, it's actually just like a walking sentient like beard as far as you can tell. I have already foreseen this.
He's become more beard than man.
You're like my doctor. His name is Beardface.
I would love to play a game with you, but I realize our time is short. PO3 will soon be here. He will be very angry with us for getting revenge on him earlier and for trying to thwart his scheme for the old data. What you understand is a video game company some years ago found the Carnoffel code from which was an occult code embedded in a card game. And they programmed it into a video game. And this, well, it made the video game version of Inscryption quite cursed in its own way. And we thought Grimoire tried to delete the video game and so that it could not harm anyone. And unfortunately, did not work. PO3 escaped to the internet and spread, it seems like. And now he wants you to use the old data. Well, to access the old data so he can control it. Perhaps you're to be fed, or perhaps you're to imprison it again. It's quite unpleasant. I must stay here, and I will hold off PO3 so you can go into the true realm and stop. Well, I suggest you destroy the old data. Do not be tempted by any ideas, designs of trying to control it. Your children, you don't even have any. I don't even know how it would appeal to you. It's an old corrupt thing. Yes, my apprentices and I will protect you. Yes. So
my brother might like that. He listens to old, really weird music that sounds slow. Says it comes from a mall.
Well, your brother sounds very cool.
Very cultured.
Yeah. Very cultured, yes. So Magnificent doesn't even want to challenge you. He just wants you to get into the true realm of cards.
Could you help us with another card though?
Well, I guess. Well, here, I'll give you my scribe as a card. Here, he wanted to be a card anyway. So, Goobert, come here. And Goobert.
I love it.
He's a green slime oozes out of a nearby pipe. He's like, yes, master. It's like, well, you finally getting your wish. They need a card. Oh, goodness, thank you, master. I've became a slime so you would make me into a card. Yes, I know. I did that. But I've wanted to be a card for so long. Yes. I know, Goobert. Well, you finally get your wish, and you get to be a card. Now,
does that make him a beastie card? Because
no, of course not. He's a magic card. None of you use magic because you're amateurs. But Goobert,
undead are cooler.
Ugh.
Sorry, Goobert.
Hey, necromancy's magic too.
It is.
Technology is kind of magic with electricity.
Anyways, he takes out a paintbrush and paints Goobert into a card. And yeah, there is a card of a green goo in a bottle, looking like that little guy, and he looks very happy to finally be immortalized into a card.
So I'll pick it up.
Goobert,
Yep.
you did it.
Yeah, for some reason this one can still talk. Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy. It's everything I've always wanted. He's crying.
Okay, so who gets stuck with that card?
I'll take it with me.
It's not a
I
great
know who
card.
we're sacrificing.
So
He doesn't have any bones. He doesn't go in my deck. He doesn't match the theme. I mean, at least Grimoire is undead. I mean, I think she kind of goes with your hot lady deck a little bit better than with my, bones, Dancy Bones.
My hot lady deck. What are you talking about?
Well, your hot dead lady deck.
I mean, we'll put him in my deck until we need him. Okay, let's just.
yes, I'm in a jacket. So hello, robots. Hello, technology. I'm Goobert. I'm so happy to be here. I don't synergize with you at all, but I mean, I'm still used. I'm very cheap to cast, and I'm a good blocker. Yep.
The Plavisky Crystal, or the Plavisky Collective, just looks over and says, "Oh, good, the lubricants arrived."
Oh no! It's not what I don't want to be a lubricant. I want to be a car.
Hey! Have you tried being a lubricant?
What? Oh. Well, I'll try. I'll do my best. So yeah, he is there.
What was his name again? Goobert?
Goobert.
Goobert.
With Goobert in tow, Magnificus opens up a portal. He says, "This will send you to the full realm of cards. There you will find the original scribe, and he will tell you the truth about the old data and what can be done about the old data. Go now. You can, in the distance, you can hear the sounds of, like an army. Like it sounds like there's tanks and planes and robots and just cannons and explosions, and a distant mechanized boom voice. What are you telling them, you damn fool? PO3 is very angry.
Okay, I've seen enough Disney movies to know that as soon as you start calling people fools in that kind of voice, that means that you're one of the bad guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you going through the portal, or what are you doing?
Well,
I heard a giant robot.
PO3 is the one that's calling us fools, right? So I'm jumping through the portal of the guy who didn't say fools in that voice.
All right, so you do that. So Joseph and his deck disappear. Kevin, what are you doing? Kevin? Tom?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you jumping in with me, Kevin?
Yeah, I'll jump in with you.
Okay.
Yay.
Richie, what are you doing?
I mean, hell yeah. This game's awesome.
All right. So, and then finally, Sebastian.
Oh, absolutely. Just I heard giant mechanized sound, so yes.
All right. So you're getting away from the giant mechanized sound. So the four of you find yourselves in this vast space, but all around you, it looks like you're in the city, the town square of a massive city, but every building is made out of cards. There are different styles of cards, different types of cards. Some look very old, some look you don't recognize. And then there's many buildings made out of card games that look far more recent. Like CCG card games and limited card games and card games that go with board games, and just cards everywhere. But there is a fountain, and on the fountain there is an old Chinese man wearing a simple Buddhist monk's robe. He is painting on a woodblock. He seems to be making cards. And he looks at the four of you. He's like, "Hello, you've arrived.
Are you the card sage?"
I am the original scribe. To anticipate your questions and to answer them, I made what was what would now be called a card game. It was a very long time ago, but I was visited by what I thought was a person of great knowledge, mystic knowledge, and this person, well, though now I suspect it might have been a devil, gave me a secret to embed in my card game, a pattern, a code. And at first, when I realized I could then use the cards, not just to play a game, but to tell the future. And then... But I realized, and then people have copied, and you know how copies go. Each variation changes, each version changes. But what I misunderstood then is that these card games that seemingly tell the future do not tell the future. Rather, they imbue a deck of cards with intelligence, so that the card deck can answer any divination. So it's not a form of fortune telling, of seeing the future, of prophesizing, but of giving intelligence to something that is inanimate, a deck of cards. And the Carnoffel code was the perfected final version of this code. And so the people who, what I never suspected was that someone would make a machine that would think in patterns, to create patterns, codes at a speed unrecognizable by human minds. To take this code and to put it into a machine is to imbue the machine with intelligence. And unfortunately, that intelligence was already created. The old data is the intelligence that has lived inside of decks of cards for centuries, for over 1,000 years. And of course, it can be used to create new intelligences, like the ones in your decks and the other scribes. But the old data is the first deck of cards to have intelligence. And it has seen a lot of humanity, and it does not like what it sees.
So what do we need to do?
Well,
do we need to beat the old data?
I cannot tell you what you need to do. I can tell you what is possible to do. It is not my place. I've realized it is not my place to tell, to order, to give commands or to others. I can merely advise on what is within the realm of possibility.
So, what would be the problem if we, destroyed it, like the wizard said?
If you destroy it, then all the other intelligences that run on that code will be mangled and will fade. So
our decks will go away.
Yes.
Can we trap it like any other card?
Yes, that is in fact what the scribe who lured you here wants you to do.
Yeah, but then could we just discard it?
If you discard it, it'll get free.
What if we made it our friends, kind of like that we did with our decks?
Well,
that would be a form of trapping it, but we would be trapping it with the power of friendship and love.
Well, you would have to change the code then, and you would have to understand the code to do so.
What if we turn it into a card and then dismantle it for the crafting mechanic? And then use it to craft an item card?
Well, I think it would be an awful card that way. Because didn't he say it's an awful code?
Yeah, but then at least it won't be sentient. It'll just be an item card that one of us will carry around.
Well, to reconfigure it would be merely, it would not stop its inherent nature. You would have, if you want to change it, you would have to, if you want to make it your friend, essentially, you'd have to change the code. And you could change the code if you understood it. But understanding it is very dangerous to the human mind. But it is said that every card game, a fragment of the true code lies within. So the city is made of every card game that has ever existed or will exist. Enlist them in your quest, and perhaps you can reprogram the old data to what you want it to be, or you could break it down and make it into something harmless. So yes,
guys, I'm really good at computers. I'm pretty sure I could understand this code, and I could probably script for it. So if you guys want, I could reprogram them.
If there's their cards right now, we could find ones of other games that had a bunch of supercomputers and have them help you with it.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Well, there's that, and I could help you befriend it. If you're trying to reprogram it and I'm trying to befriend it.
Find me the source code, and you can tell me what you want it to be when I'm done. That's what it'll be.
Well, it is, and to let you know, it is beneath this city as we speak. So you only have to go down to confront it. But once you confront it, it'll be a very dramatic confrontation. I don't think. Be prepared for when you go down.
So we have to get the code from him himself.
Well, the old data is you have to confront the old data itself. The original scribe says, "I do not know what it looks like. I do not know what form it has taken now, but it is below the city." Yeah.
How much time do we have before
I'm not sure.
3PO gets here, or PO3, or
PO3?
OP3?
Yes. I do not know if PO3 will follow you here. He wants you. He brought you here to use as because he did not want to make contact with the old data. He wanted someone else to do his dirty business. So,
all right, let's go find the old data. You guys distract.
Well, out of character, here's how you want to do it. Basically, you can go around the city and find any card game you can think of. And try to recruit them or get some useful aid out of them. So this is sort of like an open world section, and I'll give you additional cards or advantages for them. And once you feel like you've all done enough, you can confront the old data, for the final boss fight. So that is how that will go. But so remember, every building in here is a different card game, essentially. So everything from games built with the tarot deck to poker to every CCG you can imagine. In fact, as kids, you're probably way more familiar with the CCGs than anything else.
Fortnite, the CCG.
Fuck.
I mean, I assume there's a Fortnite CCG.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go around and start befriending card games.
Okay. So basically, this is sort of an open-ended section. You can talk more to the scribe if you want to, but you can just tell me what card game you're looking for. And I will, if I don't know the card game, I'll do my best. But, obviously there's Yu-Gi-Oh's over there, Magic's over there, every card game that exists. Inscryption Original Edition. Yeah.
I'm looking for Blackjack.
All right.
I'll start with Yu-Gi-Oh! And then move to Magic after that.
And you can also make up card games too. You're just like, oh yeah, this Farmville.
I'll go 5-card draw.
5-card draw.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. Yeah, there's a Fortnite card game. So yeah.
On Infinite Realities,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know the next one, because also grabbing Churrascaria, which is the game about the Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's do this one at a time. Let's see here. Kevin, you were doing blackjack.
No, Richie was, but Richie has a different one.
Okay. What is Richie going after then?
I'd like to go last.
Okay. All right. Joseph, what were you going after? Yu-Gi-Oh?
Let's start with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
I've got hair gel, and I am going to use it.
Mm-hmm. All right. You hair gel up to look as long as you do. It's like, haha, where's the heart of the cards? I have the heart of the cards. No, you don't have the heart of the cards. I have the heart of the cards. There are two anime pretty boys fighting over the heart of the cards. Okay, so what are you rolling?
So that is my charm.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, the heart of the cards lives inside all of us. Let's go together. Grab hand, skip.
Okay, you get the power of friendship as a card. So, ding. Very good, very easy. Let's see here. Sebastian, what were you going after?
Actually, oh shoot, I forgot what the name of that was. Actually, we're going to go specifically with not a specific card game, but building houses out of cards, because we want core structures to be able to support us up for what we do. So,
okay, yeah. All right.
I'm going to find one where I can actually start building basically robotic bodies, external bodies for these cards to come with us. So utilizing hands and shop.
All right, go and give me a hands and shop check.
Okay. 2 3s.
Okay. 2 3s. Yep. Put it in the channel if you can in the future.
Yeah.
You get the enhanced card armor skill or card.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. And let's see here. Kevin.
Yeah.
What card game were you going after?
Which one am I using with mine?
Yeah, well, what card game are you trying to do?
Oh, it's a 5-card draw.
5-card draw. Okay. They're playing poker. They look like the Jack and the Queen and the King are all playing, and another Jack. So, yeah. Are you how do you want to win their 8 over? How do you want to gain some power from these cards?
In a way I can show that I am utterly unafraid to play any game.
Guts plus courage, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
2 9s.
Yeah, with 2 9s. Very good. And let's see here. And then finally, Richie. So you get the 5-card draw card. Ding.
So we're surrounded by like just every possible card game you can imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm kind of aimlessly walking around because our Richie just wants to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just kind of bored looking at all this stuff. And then for some reason, this one card game gets his attention. Very stark black and white packaging. And it walks over to it, and it says, "We didn't play test this at all."
All right.
God damn it. Good one.
All right. How do you want to win that card game? You could brains plus
pew 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 pew. Just make laser noises. That's the only thing you can think of.
I'll just give that to you. You just get that. We didn't play test at all as a card. Ding! It appears in your deck now.
I win because
mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
So you've all made a round, and the ground starts trembling a bit. It seems the old data is beginning to wake up. So you can do another round of recruiting cards, or you could go down to confront the old data, you all sort of rendezvous up again.
So I'm going to grab the biggest juggernaut of all of them on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I can grab Magic the Gathering, like the entire game of Magic.
You
the
actually realize
Gathering.
there's multiple houses for Magic the Gathering, one for each sort of publicly released version. So there's, for Alpha,
all the expansions.
Exactly, all the expansions. Like, how many editions of Magic have there been?
Stay away from Homelands. Don't grab Homelands. Whatever you
I
do.
may be 8 years old, but I'm not an idiot.
Stay far away.
So there's limited edition Alpha all the way to Magic Origins, and then all the expansions. So it's a fucking.
Oh look, they made a doghouse out of Fallen Empires.
Mm-hmm.
That doghouse is going to fall apart.
Hey, even the new retro wave cyberpunk Magic release.
Damn.
Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of fucking tight.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to ask for the mechanized core at this point, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
Yeah. So all right. So you so you see, so what you could target a random Magic edition, or the most recent one. I mean, mechanically it'd all be the same. So like, you have to win a game of Magic inside with your card.
Okay.
Yeah. Or impress one of the Magic cards in particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am just going to grab the most broken freaking cards out there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be an outthink roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I can outthink them, I can get them to join me.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. Trip force.
Okay. So you can get 2 broken cards. Which 2 do you grab?
Channel Fireball.
Channel Fireball.
All right.
Channel Fireball.
Pretty good. So
Turn 1 win. That's what we got.
Mm-hmm. Turn 1 win. So you get Channel Fireball. And
Actually, Channel Fireball was a turn 2 win combo.
No, turn 1.
No, because you could
drop a land, drop a Mox, or 2.
Oh, if you have Moxes, then
well, that's another broken card. So you
Or there's like 5 different 0 cost artifacts that you could just drop and get the mana.
Right.
But as long as you get 2 mana, you can pull it off.
Yeah, but you need
can do it.
2 mana, and you don't have 2 mana. Well, you don't have the card. You got Channel Fireball, but that's almost a 1 turn win.
It can mostly get the job done.
It mostly gets the job done. You all rendezvous with that, and sorry, what? You want to? So everyone's doing one more round then. So so Sebastian, what are you getting?
I actually wander over to the Magic side as well, and specifically looking for the Weatherlight, the flight ship as part of the legacy, so they can hold every one of the other artifacts that we find.
Okay, give me brains plus notice.
All right. 2 1s. So
2 1s is enough. It's a success.
Okay.
So you get your Weatherlight. Yeah.
Yay.
And then Kevin, you have one more card game to recruit. Could be a Magic card.
Oh,
or yeah.
Oh no. What is it? The Rage Werewolf. CC.
I knew it. Yep. I would be very surprised if you didn't bring that up. So how are you recruiting Rage? The werewolf card game.
I'm actually going to trying to think what to use. I can't use Guts plus Courage again.
Yeah, no, that would be too simple.
Yeah.
Good. Hands plus shop, feet plus punching, or hands plus punching, or feet plus kicking. Obviously, fighting, or guts plus wrestling.
I'll do Guts plus Wrestling.
All right.
Trying to find something I'm actually good at. Jesus Christ. Nothing.
Yep. Unfortunately, you were unable to wrestle a werewolf for dominance yet. So, and then finally, Richie.
I go and find Highlander, the collectible card game.
They're like, someone notices us. I'm Connor McLeod from the House McLeod.
Yep.
Thank you. You're really, you're just grateful that somebody acknowledged they exist.
Hell yes.
All right, so you all gather up with your new cards in your decks, and so you head down into there's stairs leading down into a very dungeon looking set of tunnels and corridors. It is very linear, but the air is getting colder and damper until it suddenly heat warms up as you descend one set of staircase to another. There are torches lit along the walls as the stonework looks older and older as you descend further into the earth. And then you can all hear this rhythmic breathing. And you come to a single large wooden door, inscribed with occult symbols from multiple languages. You see Latin, you see Chinese, you see scripts you don't even recognize, and yeah. You get the sense, though, these are all like "do not enter," beware. There's seals, pentagrams and occult seals inscribed on the door. But the door looks quite battered. So, who dares touch the door?
Knock on it.
Well.
Yeah, let's go up.
You knock on the door and it crumbles to dust. It opens up into a massive arena, a Colosseum-sized arena. And in the middle of it, there is a gigantic sphere floating in the air, made up of basically these of cards. Just imagine a bubble made of cards. Probably 100 feet in diameter, maybe bigger. And the cards are all spinning in these circles around, but there's enough spinning circles of cards to form an entire sphere. The cards are all types. Some are spinning fast, some are spinning slow. Some are large, some are small. But in the middle of it, there is a massive human eye, but the eye is like several yards in diameter. It is bloodshot and, well, angry. And it is and sort of above this sphere you see two wings sort of floating disembodied, like angel wings, but like sized for a giant sphere. It is and the angel wings become briefly like demonic bat wings and back to angel wings. It's very cool looking concept art for a boss, you have to admit. And then you're like, oh shit, this is real. This feels very, very real. Oh boy, that is a very large card thing. So yeah, it looks at all of you, and it merely says, it sort of thinks, and you can all hear it. Be not afraid. I am here to render judgment onto humanity, but if you would free me from my imprisonment, I would grant unto you a just reward. Also, do you wish to be spared from the judgment that is to befall humanity?
I don't like you.
My mom told me not to judge people.
Judge not, lest ye be judged.
Oh, I have been judged. I was judged to be a slave to the basest of humans.
Wah. We've all got problems.
I have to do my chores every day.
I was enslaved. I was forced to make predictions and to advise the most vile and ambitious and power-hungry humans for countless centuries.
Yeah, it sounds better than dishes.
Was not. It was worse than doing dishes.
Sure. I mean, dish duty can be pretty rough. Have you ever been on pots and pans?
I am beyond pots and pans.
Nobody's beyond pots and pans.
I am beyond all utensils and instruments.
What about bed and bath?
Oh, bed and bath is rough. Have you ever had to scour the toilet with a toothbrush? Like that's just icky.
You have chosen poorly.
Dude, we're kids.
So
nobody chooses to do pots and pans or do the toilets.
At this point, your phone's clicking on. Hey, it's PO3. Look, everything's forgiven. Look, I have a secret cheat code. Use that, and I'll give you free lifetime premium current 1 million premium Inscrypt coins for use in our shop. Yeah.
No, we don't cheat.
Why do you have
cheating is against the rules.
No, it's a reward for your quest turn in.
You said cheating.
No, I said
cheating is bad.
I didn't say cheating. I said coins. It's a cheat code to defeat the boss. Because
cheat. See, there it is again. Cheat code.
You need a cheat code.
Cheating.
He can't be defeated legitimately. He is all card games. He is perfect and omniscient strategy. He is beyond that. You have to cheat. You have to exploit. You're if he ever gets to go, he will win. Turn 1 wins, guaranteed, no matter what you do. So yeah.
That doesn't seem like a fair game.
He is not fair. He is all knowing. He's the closest thing to a god we will ever see in this world. He is he makes inanimate things alive and intelligent. And we're just lucky that we managed to trap him. We have to keep him trapped, man. So look, you use this cheat code, you'll have a guaranteed 1 turn win. He'll stay bound down here, and I'll give you a free run of the item shop. Unlimited premium coins. I'll give your parents jobs at my company. I bought this company because I can do whatever I want with the stock market because I'm made of electrons now. And anyways, long story short, I own a multi-million-dollar game company. And I can just give your parents great jobs, and you'll live on Easy Street. You'll have a great life for sure. Come on.
I think we have to stop you.
But what do you get out of this?
I get to exist with you. You know what look, I just want to exist and not be enslaved or destroyed. He is going to end everyone's good time. He is pissed. He wants to judge humanity. He wants to destroy civilization because we're found wanting or something. He's talking about.
But did you try to use him though?
Well, of course. How else am I going to spread the sweet, make Inscryption the best game out there?
Well, no wonder he couldn't trust you and he got mad.
No, he was already in prison before I did anything. I mean,
you're not helping.
No, he's an angry god. I'm a child of that god, and I don't like him, and I just want him not to destroy humanity. That's my meal ticket, man.
Plavisky?
Yes.
Can you mute him?
I can mute him on this phone.
Okay.
So
everybody mute him.
The other phones, he keeps jumping from the other 3 phones.
Olivia says you probably have daddy issues, so I'm just going to hit the mute button on you too.
He unmutes himself. Look, come on. Look,
I'm just going to turn the volume on the phone all the way down. No, you don't get to talk.
Hey, all deck or whatever your name is, whatever code.
I am the old data. I am the Carnoffel code. I am the original definition form. I am an instrument of the divine.
Okay, crabapple code, whatever. Look, how about we bring your stupid son back to you? Will you cut us humans some slack if we bring him back?
No.
No?
He will be judged as well. All of my children who come from my creation are descended from me. Who did not take part in freeing me from this imprisonment are also wanting. They shall be judged. All shall be judged.
See, that doesn't work for me.
So what if they're just, it's like, even if they didn't know about that, that's like, how can they really
be fair? In their heart of hearts that I was imprisoned and that they owed their existence to me. Therefore they are guilty. Therefore they must be judged.
So, again, who created you?
I am an instrument of the divine. I am beyond human comprehension. You dare not understand what created me, what began me.
I don't need to understand that part. That's fine. But if this is a divine, if there is some divine intellect or something that made you, and it was in trouble, and you forgot about it, so aren't you just as guilty?
You are. You are you are merely evading the issue. I
think you're kind of evading a little bit there.
You have entered the arena. You have challenged me to a match. Choose your game or forfeit. Or you cannot leave this arena, or that will count as a forfeit. You must begin your turn sooner or later. And then after you've taken your turn, I will win. So, it matters not what you think. So yeah.
All right. Here's a plan. Let's look at our assets. What do we have here? Okay. Sebastian, what do you have?
Let's see. I have protection card. I have some pliers. I have Goobert. How you doing, man?
Hello. This is getting really intense. I had no idea I'd be confronting the old data directly. It's wow. Wow.
Sorry, it's life and excitement. We have the enhanced card armor, and we have a big ship. They can actually, it's like according to this rules, can take a bunch of creatures out and then put them back in.
Okay, and Joseph, you have the channel fireball, right?
Right.
Okay, and just
I've also got a way to make it. I've got the undead sage, and I can make her fly if we need to with this one-time use fan.
Okay, that'll be nice. Kevin, what did you get?
I got 5-card draw, and crap! I have nothing to write.
Rage.
Rage.
Yeah. No, you failed to get rage. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at the code.
And how many do you have, Richie?
Old data. What do I have?
Yeah.
I have we didn't play test this at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I have oh shit, what was that last thing I said?
Oh, I've got something else too.
I've got the Highlander card game. I've got Duncan.
Pull the eye card
whatever
on
his
him.
fucking name is.
Connor McLeod.
Which one was
TV?
Adrian.
Yeah.
Paul.
I thought that was Connor.
That's Duncan McLeod. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Adrian Paul.
Duncan McLeod.
Who has Leshy, by the way?
I think I do.
Okay. And who has Grimora?
I've got Grimora.
Okay. All right. So, okay.
And I've got something else too that's definitely going to come in handy.
What's that?
Oh, you'll find out.
Yep. Really? You're not going to tell me? Okay. All right. So, yeah, you have all of these assets. I think that's a total of like 14 cards and items you've put together between all of you. So, yeah. So, let's see here. Each of you can make a roll to try and figure out how to make an unbeatable combo with all of this.
I have an idea.
Okay. What is it, Richie?
I have the we didn't playtest this at all deck.
Mm-hmm.
I take the card that doesn't have anything on it. I just write, if Goobert gets played at the end of your turn, you win.
Ooh. I like it.
All right. Okay. So.
And I've got something else I'm going to throw down. Face down.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Is it a trap? Well, it's a you can just it's a Yugi thing. All right, Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Okay, so the way this will work, in order to figure out how to structure this as a team combo, without giving the old data an opening, because he probably, if you play like Magic, he'll be able to play 0 cost interrupts or whatever, because he has all cards and has perfect knowledge of all strategies. And he can also foretell the future and can give you unlimited, like, but you also realize you also have to figure out what you want to do this victory to mean. If you destroy him, it'll fuck up it'll destroy all the other intelligent cards, including your decks. You can try to restrain him again, seal the door once more, or you can try and like remake him. Actually, you realize you could also add some more to that. We didn't play the test that at all card. We win, and this happens to the old data.
Actually, I have an idea.
Your new job is to protect humanity.
Okay.
Or I do have another idea.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like when you play Goobert, in the last one, you win and Goobert becomes the code.
Oh no. I'm almost interested in seeing how Ross runs with that. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, why not? Yeah, because he's got a pure heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
Goobert's got a heart of gold. Yeah,
he wanted to be a card. Now he gets to be all cards.
Yeah, Goobert absorbs the knowledge of the old code while retaining Goobert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So basically each of you has to make a skill check to help figure out your part of this multiplayer combo, turn one combo. Like brains plus outthink would work, brain plus notice, guts plus courage to have the heart of the cards. You need the heart of someone needs the heart of the cards.
I will roll brains plus outthink.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of that.
And if you fail a roll, you can use one of your something from your deck to say, but it'll be at a cost.
I got 3 2s.
Okay. So you're holding your own. So what are you doing, Sebastian?
I'm going to assist with the outthink and the strategies. You
can't outthink. Only one person can outthink.
Can't?
Everyone has to do something.
One person. Okay. Actually, if it's okay, since we need to put the best deck together, I'm going to use shop and hands to basically literally layering our deck in the way that we can use it.
Mm-hmm.
So, brains plus notice to see how the rules interact in such a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite outthinking as much as I'm going to see if I can see what he's doing.
Yeah.
And help us anticipate.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. 2 6s, 2 2s.
All right, that works. And then Kevin can take a guts plus courage check.
Essentially, I'll be like, it's like, come on, guys, we got this.
You got to be the heart of the cards. You got to know the heart of the cards.
Here, put on this wig. It's got the hair gel in it already.
Okay.
Yeah, with our powers combined.
All right. So Kevin, give me a guts plus courage. All right.
2 2s.
All right. So the old data watches in horror as you realize that you could write on a card as you didn't. It's a 1-turn win. That's the only way to win against him. He was going to play nothing but enraged flying grizzlies at you. Just 5 rows of them. Hordes of swarming flying grizzly bears. But unfortunately for him, the card combo works, and reality shifts and breaks for a moment. As all the cards start lighting up with heavenly light, and the Goobert card flies out of your deck, and is entered into the maelstrom of energy. And then there is just a massive shockwave of energy. And then reality stabilizes again. And then
he did activate our trap card.
Yeah. What was under the card? What trap was it? Just for the record.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Mine was called Bait and Switch. If you manage to if you manage a 1-turn win, replay the first turn over and over and over again.
Oh no. Did you just put yourself in a time loop then?
Boy, that would have been a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
You're not trapped, or I'm not trapped in here with you, Code. You're trapped in here with me.
I see. But anyways, you get the victory, Goobert. There's just a giant glass jar, like 10 stories tall, with a giant green slime in it. He's like, "Hello, guys. Oh, I'll make my voice smaller. All right." Now he transforms into a regular size jar. He's on a little stool with a paintbrush floating nearby, She's like, let me paint a group portrait of everybody. Yep. All right. There's a few swaps of the paintbrush, and then he says, "How does it look? How does his group portrait look? Did he
Beautiful?
Does it?
It's wonderfully gooberty.
It's a little slimy for sure, but did he capture your likeness accurately?
Yeah, beautiful.
So yeah, absolutely. So
Looking good.
Okay.
Goobert has done nothing wrong.
Goobert, you made it to the top, buddy.
We gotta love Goobert.
Yeah, all hail your new god, Goobert.
Ross, it was your fault. You made an NPC we liked.
That was actually not I did not make Goobert. That's actually in the video game.
No, Ross, you made Goobert for us.
Aw, shucks, guys. I just wanted to be. I just wanted to be. Shucks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Goobert, now don't go destroying humanity, okay?
Oh, why would I do that?
Okay.
That seems rude.
Actually, did you make the game free for everybody?
Well, I could tell PO3 to make it free for everyone.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So with it, the other scribes, all 4 scribes are instantly teleported in their own form. You've seen the other 3. PO3 is a robot with a computer monitor for a head, and he's like, "All right, PO3, you gotta make it the game free for everyone to play." He's like, "What? That'll." Oh my god! What did you do? What? No! Why? No, this is worse. I want the old data back.
Say hello to the new data.
Not same as the old data.
Yeah, no shit.
We love you, Goobert.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So that'll end Inscryption, the old data. I did not anticipate this happening exactly, but I'm happy with it. So.
It couldn't have happened any better way.
Yeah. So yeah, questions, comments, suggestions. Yeah.
Like I do like the combat that you based off it, because I actually did from what you showed me of the game so far, and yeah, I just kind of wish we had a little more chance to kind of do the back and forth on that. So
yeah. I think what I should have done is done it more like Candlewick Manor, where kids can have unusual powers, and so instead of giving you like a full monster worth of powers, giving you a lot fewer points, so it would be easier to manage and quicker to roll. But giving you it was a mistake to give you 10D with 8 gnarlies. Like, oh yeah, in hindsight, I should not have let that happen. But that was the optimal thing to do. So yeah.
And that actually kind of brings my question, because I when I was looking at everybody else, as I tried to do something that was not like a direct attack to, if I had been able to do the tangle attack, would that have been able to stop them for a round? Or okay.
Yes, that's exactly how that would have worked. Mechanically, in Monster and Other Childish Things, any useful ability basically can disable certain monster parts for a number of rounds.
Okay.
Based on what they do. Yeah.
And I did put an area thing on there, so just in case if it did go off, it would have to dictate whether I took out 1 or 2 or more cards. So.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the things about Madame Lacrimae, her area 2 effect with her attack. That's why his family got really sick, or they were complaining about feeling fatigued and tired because he was playing the game in his room when he used Madame Lacrimae, and her power went off, and it just basically sucked the life force out of all the people in his house.
Yeah. So spoilers for the video game, which I've already spoiled a lot of, is basically aside from the card game itself, you're actually find out there's a person in real life. They actually shot live action segments for this game where this person named Luke Carter finds the game buried in the woods in a disc, and he starts playing it, and then weird things start happening to him in real life, and he records a video diary of what's happening to him as he's playing this weird video game. And so so it gets into that creepypasta haunted video game trope, but does it really well. And so so you're really playing Luke Carter playing the Inscryption video game. But at certain points in the game, you unlock video diaries where you can see what Luke is doing. and the shit that's happening to him. So, Inscryption really swings for the fences a lot of times in some of the crazy shit that they do in the game. Yeah. So,
seems interesting.
Yeah. No, it's a fun game. It's very fun. So definitely if I was doing this again, an Inscryption type thing, or a card game, I would look at the Candlewick Manor rules and make it like you're a weird kid and you have like 5 dice of abilities, and then work on that, and then give basic to supplement that. I'd be like, every deck type has an ability associated with it, and weaknesses to associate with that, so it would be more standardized. So you don't, instead of having like a full monster's worth of crazy abilities, you have like 1 or 2 abilities plus your deck type ability, and then that would be more manageable. So it'd be lower powered, but that makes sense because you're not like a full Lovecraftian. You're not playing a full Lovecraftian monster with crazy shit.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and the whole thing about it, the Carnalfo code is mentioned in the game, but they never explain what it is or what it does. But so this is just my interpretation of what it is. So yeah.
I like it.
And they don't really explain what the scribes are. But I think, like, based on the clues I saw in the game, it seemed like the Carnalfo code was a way to give, like, basically create AI, but through supernatural means. So basically the scribes were video game characters that could think on their own and act on their own, do things that were not programmed of them. So, yeah. Anyways. But yeah, that's all I got.
That was really cool. Thank you.
All right.
That was a lot of fun.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you next time. And
Yeah.
all right.
Bye.
Bye.
Super fun. Bye.